For taking body measurements, you're going to need three things. The first thing you're going to need is a tape measure. And no, I don't mean a construction tape measure. I mean a tape measure for taking body measurements. Now, if you go to your local fabric store, I'm sure you will find one of these there. They look like this. They're just little tape measures, and they're all bundled up like this. And the other option, so this is a little bit messy, it's just a long piece of string basically. So I kind of like these ones in the plastic housing where you can pull it and measure, and when you're done, it's a little button on the back, you press it and it automatically retracts. I'm a little OCD, so this keeps things a little bit cleaner and makes me much happier. But both of these options work exactly the same, okay? So whichever one you choose, you just want to make sure that it's loose. Like, you see how wobbly and bendy it is? Because it's going to wrap around your body. And that's why a construction tape measure or a regular ruler wouldn't work, okay? So after the tape measure, the next thing we need to think about is what we're going to wear while we take our measurements. Now, for men, this is pretty easy because men typically have the same body shape all the time. So for men, just wear a pair of boxers and take your measurements like that. You should be good to go. Now, for women, measurements can get a little bit trickier because we have different things that we wear under our clothing that can change the shape of our bodies. And that could be anything from like a sports bra that can make your chest a little bit flatter to a push-up bra that makes your boobs a little bit bigger, a little bit rounder, to things like really tight-fitting yoga pants that might help suck in our tummy area, because sometimes we like that. But the problem is that when we do that, when we wear these body-changing undergarments, we actually change the shape of our body and therefore our measurements. So when you take your measurements, you want to be wearing the undergarments that you plan on wearing under the piece that you're making. So for example, if I was going to be making a t-shirt like this one, I would throw on my normal everyday bra and take my measurements wearing that bra. Then I would use those measurements when I make this t-shirt. Versus if I was going to wear a push-up bra for a special night out, and I was going to make a dress to go on a special night out, then I would need to put on my push-up bra, take a separate measurement, and then when I make that special night out outfit, I need to use the push-up bra measurement, not my daily wear bra measurement. Does that make sense? So if you just have one set of undergarments that you wear all the time, that makes this super easy. You can just take one set of measurements. But if you have multiple bras you like wearing, or you have different undergarments that you like to wear to change up the shape of your body sometimes, then you might want to take several measurements wearing the different undergarments. So that way, when you make a special project, you always know which measurements to use for which projects, okay? Now, to make things easy for your first measurement during this video series, I would recommend wearing your most used bra, whatever that is, whatever bra you typically go to every day or you're wearing most days of the week. I would use that bra on top. And on the bottom, I would recommend just wearing a pair of undies, okay? That's going to give you the most accurate measurement of your body for daily wear clothing, okay? Coming up, I'm going to actually have videos of myself doing measurements, and you'll see that I'm wearing a pair of yoga pants. They are pretty old, to be honest, and they are loose fit, so they don't hug me and they don't cinch me in. They keep my body in a very natural shape. So if you have a pair of yoga pants that are pretty loose and they don't really suck you in and change your shape, then yoga pants can also be a great option for the bottom half while you're taking measurements. Okay? So once you pick out your undergarments, what you're going to wear while we're taking measurements, the last thing that can be really useful for taking measurements is a buddy. Now, you are more than welcome to take measurements on your own. I did it for months, probably years, because I just didn't have anyone around me that knew how to take measurements properly. So it is definitely doable to do it on your own, okay? Don't worry about that. But if you have a partner or a friend who can help you with this, it's going to make life a little bit easier, okay? I'm going to get into the actual technical how-tos in a later video, but the short explanation is that you need to have the tape measure be level all the way around your body. And it can be tricky by yourself to look behind you and see if everything is level. Now, if you have a mirror or two, which makes it even easier, this is definitely doable. I usually just stand in the mirror, get the back, then move it to the front, and then call that my measurement. And remember, even if your measurements are off a little bit, you're still going to be able to use them to make beautiful clothing that fits, okay? Our clothing has that ease in it, and everything is just a little bit loose fit. So again, even if you're off a little bit, it's gonna be fine. So do your best. If you have any questions, let me know. And let's just jump right in to how to actually take these measurements.